You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Y&R fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I want to talk to you about some stuff we're seeing this week with Nick Newman and Sally Spectra, because what I'm hearing is that Nick is dangling babies to try and lock Sally down, and I'm not sure I like this so much. What I'm seeing, maybe you guys are seeing this too, let me know in the comments, that Nick Newman could be worried about the interest that Sally Spectra is showing in her ex lately, in his brother, Adam Newman. And in an upcoming conversation about the state of their relationship midweek on Y&R this week and about their future, he makes her this odd offer that has me wondering if he's trying to just lock her down, keep her close with promises he may not plan to keep. Let's talk about just how far Nick Newman will go to keep Adam away from Sally. We're going to dig into this, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Young Restless updates. All right, so remember, until Sally lost her baby girl Ava, Nick wasn't really committing to her, not much, other than showing up to sleep with her. But just two quick notes, very, very fast. No, baby Ava did not survive. No, Elena did not steal that kid for Victor. None of that. For people coming in the comments with this craziness, do not trust dodgy websites and channels that Photoshop insane thumbnails with insane titles. That poor baby is dead for good. None of those articles or videos about Ava being alive are true. It is sad, but she is gone. All right, second, where's Christian? Where's Christian Newman? Nick is constantly sleeping in Sally's room at the GCAC, or he's with Sharon, or he's circling around Adam yelling things at him, but we never see nor hear about this kid. Of course, and that kid is biologically Adam's kid, and he fought for the kid, and now he's never around the kid. And by the way, Sally has never met Christian, as far as I know. She has a great relationship with Adam's son, Connor Newman. She's even held and cooed at little baby Aria. But Christian, her boyfriend's son, nope. We have never seen Sally at his house. She's never spent the night there. He's kind of treating her like a publicly acknowledged mistress rather than a serious girlfriend that he's serious about. That's as far as I can see. So Nick never made a move to commit to Sally until she lost the baby. Then, while she was still at the hospital, you may remember, he did ask her to move in. I don't know if that was guilt talking or because he was taking after devious Victor and wanted to make sure that she and Adam wouldn't start bonding over their grief. Either way, Sally has not packed one bag. She's not taken one step closer to that. She'd rather live at the GCAC. And remember, also, Nick told Sally that he loves her. He said he'd fallen head over heels in love with her. That was in May. Sally did not return the sentiment at the time or since then. And she told Adam the other day she has affection for Nick. That was the word she used, affection. But when prodded by Adam, she absolutely was not going to say that she loves Nick. And I suspect it's because she doesn't love Nick. And remember, Nick said all that. And then last week, Sally showed up at Adam's with a housewarming gift. That was very nice. And then she stayed after he left, and she started unpacking his boxes, decorating with stuff, found those pictures of them. Then when Adam got back, she had talked to him about that and why he was keeping the pictures. And they had this very intense moment. She was staying for dinner. Then all of a sudden, Nick the Stick showed up. I can't say the other rhyming word that I'd like to call him, so I'll just refer to the object that I think is lodged in his backside, Nick the Stick. He made a complete butthole of himself. Then later, Nick basically told Sally that he thought Adam tricked her into going there. Sure, Jan. Okay. Sally, meanwhile, was very calm and denied all the crazy stuff that Nick was saying, and she stuck to the version of events that she knows is true and that Adam did not lure her there in any way. So On the next Y&R episode, while Sally is upstairs in her room at the GCAC waiting for Nick to come up, she and Adam have this nice little quick phone call where he encourages her to rethink coming to work with him and Nick and Sharon at SNA. Now, Sally's thinking about it, and I have to wonder if that's part of what Victor wanted to happen. We did a standalone video about why he really made that nasty move on Sally. And maybe that's what he wants. Maybe it'll thrill Victor because he thinks he can fire her again if she's working there. But no matter what, it feels like she's sliding every day a little closer to Adam. And Nick can smell it like fertilizer day at the farm. No way is he going to let her get closer to Adam. And their chat on the upcoming episode proves to me how far Nick is willing to go to stop this, because he turned up at her room at the GCAC when he had stopped downstairs to talk to Summer and Kyle. And he tells her about Summer and Kyle divorcing and how bad he feels for his daughter. Sally's being real nice, and she's like, oh, you're a good dad. You would have been a good bonus dad to my daughter with Adam. And then he's like, well, maybe I could still be a good dad to a child of yours. And she's like, are you offering to make babies with me? And then he starts getting kind of waffly. And he's like, I'm not saying that I am, but I'm not saying that I am. Okay, way to be just non-committal and weird. So is Nick dangling a baby and sort of not dangling a baby at the same time in front of Sally? He told her he loved her. He asked her to move in. And now he's kind of half-ass asking her to have a kid with him. And Sally's just like, okay, thanks, All right, we have a couple more things to unpack on this. But if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe, click a like if you're enjoying this. And once we're done, drop your comments. I really want to hear your thoughts and comments on this. So back to this. For starters, I did not believe Nick's declaration of love back in May. I just didn't. It came hot on the heels of him talking to Elena, and Elena was griping about Nate cheating with Victoria. So in a situation where she was in a triangle. Maybe that made him paranoid because he and Adam are triangling with her like Nate was triangling with the others. And then when he told her, I love you, Sally basically was like, oh, that's nice. Yeah. And, I'm just not feeling them together. I feel like she wants Adam. That's just my opinion. But I think the problem is that she looks at Nick and she sees stability and she sees a guy that she should want. On paper, Nick is better than Adam. So I think she feels like she should want Nick. He's a safe choice. Adam can be all over the place. He can go from sexy to silly to angry to scheming, and then an hour later, loving and apologetic. And he is a lot to handle, but Sally can be a lot to handle too. She can be pretty extra. With Nick, to me, to be honest, she seems kind of boring. And we know Nick the Stick is dull as dishwater, at least these days. He wasn't always, but these days. But at the same time, her chemistry with Adam to me is electric. And she and Nick seem like low-key friends with benefits. Not soulmates to me. Watch this upcoming Y&R episode to see what goes down. See Nick Newman lobbing one more thing Sally Spectra's way to see if she's receptive. I don't think she really is. I think she's being polite and sweet to him, but she's not leaping at any of these offers. And that should be a giant red flag to Nick that Sally may love the idea of being with him, but she doesn't love him, and she probably never will, in my opinion, of course. Hey, this is Belinda from Soap Dirt. Thanks for listening. Drop your comments and come back soon.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.